So by using the concatenate, what I can do is I can bring names together to make it look more formally like a roster. Maybe I've been given data from some sort of a download or extract from a test that is last name, comma, first name. And now I want to break it down to a last name slash first name. What I can do then would be using the split function. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select columns H and I. I'm going to right click and I'm going to insert two columns to the right. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to split this stuff up to get it back to constituent last names and first names. I'm going to go ahead and title it last and first so I know which is which. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a formula equals split, open my parentheses, and click on the name, comma, and then in quotes, I need to tell the sheet basically where it's splitting up the name. In this case, it's going to be a comma and a space. And when I hit close parentheses, what'll happen then is it'll break it into two separate pieces. Now, it seemed kind of weird that I put a space in after the comma. I'll show you what happens. Maybe I just simply had a comma. What you'll notice now, I'll put my cursor here so you can see it, is if the space isn't part of the break, the name is going to shift over by a space and it's not going to alphabetize quite the same way. So what I can do then is go back in, add that space, and it will resplit. What I can also do is double click again, and it will fill in all of my names in the same way. One word of warning is that if you do have a student who has maybe two last names, it would actually create a third field potentially. So be careful about that and make sure you give yourself some room to grow if you do have students that do have multiple first names or last names or anything like that too. Okay, but again, this is just closing the loop of being able to combine or separate out names as you might have them. And we just want you to be able to go through this here to see how this would be set up.